Honestly, the thing that would scare me and leave me petrified in my sleep is knowing my mom made an Onlyfans and people watched it and jerked their hot dogs till the mayo come out to pictures of my mother naked. Like, that would take years of therapy to get over. I feel so bad for the children who are gonna grow up either knowing or not knowing their mom sold nudes on the internet. Anyways, this Storytime animated channel made a video telling 3 horror stories about OnlyFans models, or at least the theme is surrounded by OnlyFans. And I'm gonna be honest, I can already predict the stalker story, so let's just begin.
First of all, let me say this is not an indictment of OnlyFans. If someone wants to profit from sharing pictures of themselves or their body, that's totally their right, and I respect that.
Yeah, blah blah blah. I don't judge people based off their professions. Everybody has the right to sell their naked pictures on the internet. Yeah, we get it, you're a f***ing good guy. Okay? Let's get into the story.
But let me be clear. OnlyFans just about ruined my life, and I've never even set up a profile. It all kicked off not long after I broke up with a guy I'd been dating for about 3 to 4 months. As a single mom, it's way harder to get dates than I'd like it to be, but at the same time, I totally understand why someone wouldn't want to raise a child that isn't theirs.
Damn, even the person who wrote the story is pretty based. A single mom's life was almost ruined by OnlyFans, but yet you never made it an account. This definitely sounds made up. This does not sound realistic whatsoever. Just like all of the scary stories on YouTube. What the hell am I talking about? Of course it's made up.
So, you can imagine how excited I was when I met Richard.
Dick!
It's not his real name, but I'd rather not attract his attention, thank you very much. Having a 6-year-old son didn't seem to bother him in the least bit, and he even asked a lot of questions about him. I found the whole thing so refreshing and mature that by the time Richard asked me out, I just about bit his arm off accepting the invite.
Yeah, this sad sap of a man is definitely a serial killer, or just a loser trying to smash a single mother. It's probably gonna be the serial killer, isn't it? I'm just gonna make that prediction right now.
But then the first red flag appeared when he started making comments about my son, calling him Daddy. That wasn't the red flag in and of itself, it was more his reactions when I told him, no, my son has a dad and I don't want him confused as he grows up. Richard didn't seem to respect that position whatsoever and actually said some quite personal things regarding my taste in men, as well as the integrity of my son's father.
Damn, I got it right on the nose at the beginning of the video. I said there's gonna be that one stalker story. Like, we already knew this guy was a weirdo for taking a single mother seriously, and now it seems like he's projecting his false power over them like a weirdo would do. That's something that a really strange man would do.
Richard's take on the whole thing was frankly disgusting and misogynistic.
I take back everything I just said earlier in the video. Whoever wrote this isn't based and is a skinny twink man with small arms. We will be skipping this story and moving on to the next one. It's obviously not a scary story, so let's just move on to the second story, okay?
I have been divorced for several years now, but not by choice. My now ex-wife Julia ended our marriage apparently out of the blue.
Yeah. We all know how divorce goes with a man and a woman. We're not gonna talk about this, okay? We're not gonna go over this. We already know what's going on with you, okay? So let's just move on.
The family court judge would have believed her just as easily and unquestioningly as the divorce court judge. So now I'm living in a 2-room apartment, needing to work 2 jobs to make ends meet, thanks to alimony and child support payments. And I get to see my son and daughter every 3rd or 4th Saturday.
Okay, so I skipped over a lot of the story. So basically he got f***ed by the family and divorce court system and lost everything, right? Now what if the story just ended after that? It just ends just like that. The story was just about every married man's nightmare. Getting absolutely railed by the court system and left in the dust. But obviously that's not how it's gonna end, right? Hopefully?
Some months ago, she started allowing them to come over to my place every other weekend. That's when I began to notice some problems. My son had a bruise and cut on his arm.
Yeah, this is pretty much every man's nightmare here. This is what that story is. It's just a nightmare for every man.
Over the next few months, I began to notice other problems. Their clothing began to look worn, and exceedingly dirty, and both of them had noticeably lost weight.
Nightmare, 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 nightmare.
So I asked him to install a security camera for my apartment. The private detective met with me and my friend at my apartment, and the information he provided us was upsetting to say the least. He had numerous photographs of my ex meeting with shady characters in out-of-the-way places, purchasing drugs.
This isn't a horror story, it's more of a somewhat realistic story about what a lot of married men went through in their lives. Like, this isn't scary at all to me. Like, if I was to have a conversation with an older guy and he tells me this story, I wouldn't lose any sleep over it, honestly. You know, I would just take the advice of watch who I sleep with, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying, like, just watch who I stick my dick in, you know what I'm saying?
You hired someone to follow me, didn't you? To take pictures of me? Oh, so you saw him, huh? I said, taking a measure of sadistic pleasure at making her realize she was screwed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this shit got boring as f*** next story.
At around 9:30 p.m. on the night of August 29th, 2002, 31-year-old Audrey Heron called home to excitedly announce that she'd gotten a raise. Her husband Jeff congratulated her on the good news, before Audrey told him she'd soon be finishing her nursing shift at the Columbia Green Long-Term Healthcare Facility in Catskill, New York.
Yo, I just realized that I just got clickbaited. That second story had nothing to do with Onlyfans, so I'm just gonna safely assume that this third story has nothing to do with Onlyfans. Only the first one had Onlyfans, and it was a load of bullshit. So, you know, this video might be short.
Where Audrey worked part-time. It was fantastic news for the couple, as the extra income
Criminal.
Anyways, man, I'm just gonna end the video here. Like and subscribe down below if you liked it. If you liked it, if you didn't, then you did. And you wanna like and subscribe down below for more videos from me. All right.